Max Holloway should get the title shot over Alexander Volkanovski. Here's the thing. I love Alexander Volkanovski. I have always been the absolute biggest hater of champs getting the immediate rematch clause. Like the second they lose, they get them. Because you have to fight the champion twice. It's such an accomplishment to work your way up the ladder. To fight the Shao Kahn at the end of the goddamn arcade line. And once you beat him, you have to beat him again. I think it's crazy to have to beat the champion twice, and that always happens. Alexa Grasso had to defeat, fucking, what's her face? What's that Russian assassin name? I already forgot her name. God damn it, what's her name? Valentina Shevchenko? Twice! Leon Edwards had to fight Usman twice. Everybody has to fight everybody twice. I'm like, this once. It should be once. You cannot have an automatic rematch. That doesn't mean you can't have a rematch later. Adesanya's coming back for his rematch. But one time. So I like to see Max Holloway and Ilia Topuria, two great boxers, go at it. I think it'd be very entertaining. I think Ilia Topuria was probably going to win. I think Max Holloway is great. I think he has one of the most iconic finishes to any fight ever now. Everyone loves him. I love him. I think Topuria is a little bit of a higher level, and Topuria beat Volkanovski, and Max Holloway can't beat Volkanovski. He lost 3 times to that guy. So, yeah, this guy ended Volkanovski real fast. I don't think Volkanovski's going to win either. So, I prefer that fight. Strickland's also fighting Paulo Costa, which I'm very hyped about. It's a very, very interesting fight. I think Paulo Costa gets screwed a lot. I think he's won the last 2 fights. He definitely beat Marvin Vettori when he fought him. And he just keeps getting screwed. So, yeah, I hope he whoops Sean Strickland's ass. I like Sean Strickland to a degree. I think he's a terrible human being. But he's also a fun to listen to human being, even though he's an absolute trash person. Paulo Costa, though, I'm like, he needs a victory. I want Paulo Costa to be the goddamn champion. Very upsetting that he always feels like he's stuck in the same spot. He's one of the most entertaining fighters ever. So, yeah, I thought he'd beat Robert Whittaker, too. I was like, I feel like this guy's just beating these people. And Conor McGregor finally fighting Chandler. I'm waiting for Conor to call it up because he got injured. I don't believe it. I can't believe fucking Chandler would waste so many years. He'd wasted a year and a half waiting for Conor McGregor. I'm like, you could have been fighting motherfuckers this entire time. You're like high up in the ranks. You could be the champion by now. And you're waiting on this guy. This guy who never fights. And I don't care what his excuse. He's like, oh, it's not me. I'm like, sure it is. I'm sure it is. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on these three big fights coming up. Very hyped over it. And main one, I want Ilia to fight Max.